Okay, so this is part 3 of expiration dates are bogus. If you haven't watched parts 1 and 2, I would definitely watch those. This comment right here, it's not companies, it's the FDA, is only a little bit true. So here's what I have found in the research that I've done. The FDA is the agency in charge of safety and labeling of all foods that the USDA and FSIS do not oversee. For those of you that don't know, FSIS and USDA are mainly responsible for meats, poultry, egg, and milk, okay? So the FDA is responsible for more like dry goods, canned goods, whatever. So the FDA can encourage manufacturers to put a best by or use by date on a box of crackers, but it's not a federal regulation to provide this type of quality date. That means the companies are choosing to do that. They're choosing to label it, which is fine. But the problem is that I feel like there's some dishonesty happening, and I talk about that in part 2 of expiration dates are bogus. So go watch both of those, part 1 and part 2. So let's see if other people agreed with me. In part 2, I suggest that the dates are being changed. That 2-3 years ago, expiration dates were giving you like a year or more for oatmeal, for a box of crackers, for peanut butter. And there were people that responded and said, yes, they acknowledged it. But people in part 1 were also saying that they acknowledged it. And I didn't say this at all in part 1, which means there are people who are noticing this and they're telling me unprovoked. I've noticed since 2020 that everything has shorter use-by dates. I've been saying this for the last 8 months. So many things I used to buy would expire after 3 years. Now I have 6 months. I don't know what they've been doing to packaged food, but they used to last past the expiration date. Now they spoil at or before. Girl, let me tell you, I bought grits a while back with expiration date 2023. Today, the ones I bought expire in a few months. They don't want us stocking. Somebody brought up the fact that things have been stuck on boats, barges. We know that, we see that. If you're paying attention to the news, we know that off the coast of California, there were a lot of ships that weren't able to bring goods in. It's very possible that that is part of the problem. However, there have been people noticing this change. And I'm going to do a part 4 showing you 3 boxes of oatmeal similar to the ones in part 1 that I swapped out, that I had been keeping in my basement for, I would say, at least 6 months to a year. The expiration date changes are staggering compared to what we're seeing on current food.